Hey there, welcome. My name is Jessica Buchanan, and I'm a New York Times bestselling author, professional speaker, and founder of Soul Speak Press, a non traditional publishing company created for women who've been through something, now they know something, and they can teach us something. In Her Words is a podcast designed to support aspiring memoir authors on their writing and publishing journey. It's hard work, this writing and publishing stuff, and I want to empower you with encouragement and information so you can keep sharing your truth. So grab your coffee, your notebook, find a quiet space, and let's dive in. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of In Her Words, and I'm feeling very sentimental. I'm feeling very contemplative as I record this. We just finished negotiating a contract here at Soul Speak Press for our first ever ghostwriting project. And without going too much into detail, because the book hasn't been started yet, the author came to us. She's got an incredible story, and I'm gonna get emotional here. I'm gonna get teary. She's a survivor of sexual abuse and sexual assault, and she 50 years after it happened took her perpetrator to court. And I won't say anything else, but it is just a tremendous testament to the power of women. And she and I have been emailing back and forth today, and she attached these pictures of rocks that she had painted, or maybe somebody had painted them for her. And she's so proud of herself for having made this decision and taking this next step. But also terrified, because everybody who comes to us is terrified for some one reason or another. Um, and the rocks said, "My soul lives, and we saved us." And that just so resonates with me in regard to my own story, but also about why Soul Speak Press exists. Um, you know, there's the practical side and the logistical side, and we talk a lot about all of that here. And I love that. I love the business side and the professionality of this industry, and bringing that to another level. But let's talk for a minute about the emotional aspect of the power and the empowerment that comes from taking our story back, taking our words and putting them out into the world as the truth, not just our truth, but the truth. It's priceless and profoundly therapeutic and healing. It's difficult as well, but I believe for those who feel compelled and called to move down this path, it's also vital and critical to that next step of your healing journey. I am so sure that Soul Speak Press exists to give women a platform and an opportunity to take their power back in this way. There are lots of ways that you can take your power back and be empowered and inspired and motivated and have an opportunity for transformation. This is our niche. This is how we do it. And this is my soul's work. This is why it's called Soul Speak Press. This is why I believe that I survived out there in the desert, why God let me live. I have many purposes. I wear many hats. One of them is to be a wife and a mother, and I honor that and cherish that experience. I'm writing about motherhood right now. But I also believe that I'm here and God let me survive so that I could be that portal for women to walk through when they feel strong enough and empowered and enough to start contemplating and considering what it could look like for them to share their story in the same way I have done. And so it's with that intention, it's with that soul-centered approach that we take on our authors and we craft these projects and we curate these writing experiences. It is always very integrity focused. It is always about your healing journey as much as it is about how well your book does and getting you to #1 bestseller on Amazon. We care about our authors and their mental health and their emotional health, and we're always checking in with them, engaging on how they're doing and referring them to therapists if they don't have one, and providing support and emotionally, mentally, and professionally. And so I just felt compelled. This is a short episode this week. But I really I wanted to capture how I was feeling in that moment, in this moment right now. Oftentimes I'll just record a video and post it on Instagram, but it felt longer than 90 seconds. Um, I'm so honored, and I mean that like in every sense of the word, to be able to share um what I know and what I've experienced so that other women can step into that place and open themselves up in a way that they didn't know how to do and they didn't think was possible for so many reasons. Um, I wanted to share, I don't know if any of you have been on Instagram and seen this reel. One of our Jamie Christ, she has a book coming out October 23rd, and she posted this reel today, and it says it's just such a great text. It says, "What if you finish? What if it's good? What if somebody reads it? What if somebody loves it? What if somebody highlights it, saves it? What if somebody leads you to an agent or a publisher? What if it just works out for you? What if it's bigger than you ever expect?" And I want to leave you with that. Like, if you're contemplating sharing your story and you don't feel like it's good enough, or you're contemplating and you're scared because you're afraid of what someone might say or someone might do, um, think about the what ifs, and don't forget to leave out the good what ifs. What if it helps somebody? What if your story becomes a page in someone else's survival guide? What if it opens you up to a whole new line of work? That's what sharing my story has done. What if it leads you to a whole new group of friends? What if it gives you the courage you need to leave a toxic relationship? What if people reach out to you and say, "Your story changed the way I love myself"? What if your story changes the way somebody mothers their children? What if your story is the lifeline somebody needs when they're about ready to end their life because they can't handle the grief anymore? You don't know the impact and the magnitude and the ripple effect, and you're not responsible for that. Your responsibility lies in just doing what you feel called and compelled to do. And if that's writing, we're here to support you in a soul-centered, um, woman-focused, intention-forward way. In Her Words is hosted by me, Jessica Buchanan, and is produced by Soul Speak Press, a non-traditional publishing house for women who are ready to tell their story. If you would like to know more about our submission process, I encourage you to check us out at www.soulspeakpress.com or follow us over on Instagram at soulspeakpress. We appreciate all your questions, and if you would like to leave us a review, we would be so grateful.